right? Good morning, YouTube. Live and kicking. Let's go check out the fan base over at Patreon. Okay, looks like you guys are up and running too. Good. All right. Well, let's. Good morning, TikTok. Welcome to We Do What We Want. All the players in the house. Well, good morning. We are. What are we on? We're in chapter 11. So, and again, we're on page 119 here. The 12 steps for the human condition. 1. We accept we are powerless over the human condition and our lives are unmanageable. I want to break this down. I use that word accept on purpose, and I'll tell you why. While most programs use the word admit, I feel like this is important because there is a difference. Just like there's a difference between acceptance and approval, there's also a difference between admission and acceptance. That understanding, I feel, is critical. It is, of course, imperative that we notice and admit there is a problem. We can't fix something if we don't see that it's broken. However, I also know that because of this condition itself, very often that denial mechanism kicks in. I will potentially minimize whatever it is I'm seeing, therefore, I don't have to fix it. At least not right now. But when I accept what it is that needs to be worked on, then I can truly get busy. That next piece that we are powerless over the human condition is just simply that biology that we talked about in the beginning of the book. That first thought, that knee-jerk reaction, that is something that does not get fixed. I often say, therapy is getting as close to the second thought as possible. The first thought happens to us, but if we can consciously get to the next thought before that bullshit machine has a chance to build several thoughts on the first thought, then we have an opportunity to direct our behavior. The our lives are unmanageable can take on several definitions. Part of it is if I'm not getting anywhere near the second thought, then that rat brain is totally dictating my behavior. The outcomes are easily viewed as unmanageable. I also look at it as in the context of there's a big universe out there, and although I haven't decided whether it runs on karma or fate or is predetermined or random, none of those matter. But what I do know is that regardless of what I do and how I operate, the universe responds in whatever manner it deems fit. That's my perspective on unmanageable. I can't generate outcomes. I move and behave in manners that I feel are acceptable. I make educated guesses, but the outcomes are not only out of my hands, but frankly, they're actually none of my business. This concept makes a lot of sense to a lot of people when we start looking at things that are within our control and things that aren't. A lot of what I heard is that we can't control other people, places, and things. We can only hope to control how we react to them. Control is one of those words that at times weirds people out as well, but this follows along with some other things that were brought up earlier. Our ability and some semblance of control is increased as we practice some of these principles. Ooh, holy shit. All right, so welcome to the world of again, powerless and unmanageable. However we box that up, again, there are many things that are out of our scope of practice, shall we say, or scope of ability and whatnot. And recognition of that, I think, is paramount. It just is. And again, it's just like we're not going to change it. We're not going to change the universe. It's not going to, physics is not going to stop, etc. All those kind of things. So, and people are not going to stop being assholes, right? When we talk about the things you can change, and there's a lot of tools that go in that toolbox. But I guess we can go on for a long time. I'm not going to. call me up sometime. We'll talk bits and pieces, right? But what I will say, what will I say? Um, yeah, I don't know. I was going to say something profound, but I lost it, my train of thought. I hate when that happens. Powerless over that as well. Anyway, um, yeah. So, yeah, totally lost it. Anyway, it'll come back to me. We got plenty of time, and we'll continue to go through it. And maybe in the real talk episodes coming up, we'll do some step breakdown, things like that. Because again, I don't think you have to be in a program to do this stuff. That's why I've written it in simple human condition terms, the way I perceive and utilize the toolbox that's been so gracefully allowed to me. So anyway, there we go. Hump day. Real talk with Keith motherfucking Walker today at noon. Be there. James Niggemeyer in the house for the interview. And we will catch you guys there. Deuces. And ending.